Hi there, I get a lot of questions on what chemicals do I use on my pool for the first time setup. As soon as you add water, what do you do from there? What chemicals do I use for my pool that works out great for me? Let me take you through the steps. So you've just filled your pool up and you're ready to get the chemicals in it, get it ready to swim. The very first thing you need to do is add some shock. I really like Shock Plus, one that does like 4 different things at the same time. I will be sure to link all these products I'm using in the description below. Check those out so you can order them, have them ready ahead of time. This pool is 6,021 gallons. Be sure to read on the shock that you get how many gallons it'll treat. This one, you treat 1 pound, 1 bag, for 12,000 gallons. So I'm gonna use about half of this bag in this pool right now. Now, because I like to keep things super simple, I'm gonna use about half this bag. So honestly, all I'm gonna do is shake it, get it about even, split the bag in about half. This is not exactly precise, but it's good enough for me. It works just fine. It's how I've done it in the past. I'm going to cut the end off of it. I do have the filter running right now. I have the filter running, circulating the water. We're simply going to take the half that I have pinched off and we're going to sprinkle it around the pool. And the reason I like these 4-in-1 shock treatments is this one clears cloudy water, removes organic contaminants, it improves filter performance, helps stabilize the pH and prevent corrosion and scale. And after I shock it with this, it'll be ready to swim within 15 minutes. Whichever shock treatment you get, be sure to follow the instructions on the packaging. And if this video is helping you out, consider subscribing. I'm really trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers so I can get it certified. That would really help me out. Thank you very much. So as I mentioned, this bag will treat up to 12,000 gallons, so I used about half of it. The other half here I'm going to save for later use. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our chlorine tablets. These are 3-inch tablets. You should probably be wearing gloves when you're handling this, but I'm not going to hold on to it for very long, and I'm going to wash my hands off right afterwards. But chlorine can burn you, so be careful. You definitely need a chlorine float. This will hold 3-inch tablets, no problem, and this will keep my chlorine levels pretty much perfect for where I live. Now after that pool shock has had about 15 minutes to circulate and settle in, we're going to take our pH test strips, and I really love these things. These come individually packaged so they don't go bad. This tests your free chlorine, pH, total alkalinity, total hardness, and cyanuric acid. We're simply going to open up our test strip and dip it in the water and pull it right out. And now we can hold it and match it up to the scale on the back, making sure that our free chlorine is just perfect where we want it, that our pH is not too acidic, our alkalinity looks good, water hardness and acid are both acceptable. And depending on the test strips you get, follow the instructions on the back and it'll tell you the safe ranges for all of your chemicals. Now, depending on the water where you live and how your family uses the pool, how frequently, one of the things that I struggle with my family is the pH getting too acidic. With adding chlorine all season long, the pH gets too acidic. So the one thing I have to do is add pH plus. This will help raise the pH, get it back to that neutral zone, that safe level on my testing strips of where I want it. So this is the one other thing I use pretty frequently. But honestly, I don't have to use the pH plus for quite a while after my family's been using the pool, maybe a month or so, and then finally it's to a level where I have to add some of this pH plus, get that pH back up where it needs to be. And the other question I get a lot is how often do I run my filter, my pump and filter? I run it for about 4 to 6 hours a day, depending on usage. I'll run it more if we're having a pool party. A lot of people, I'll run it for a long time, but generally between 4 and 6 hours, I set it on a timer and just let it go. And a tip on pool maintenance, you're gonna wanna get yourself a good pool brush. I've linked this one in the description below with all the other supplies. This is super handy in scraping the sides and the bottom. Save yourself a lot of work. So I try to make the chemical maintenance of the pool super easy. I really don't do a lot. Shock it, let it set, test it, the kids can go swimming. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out everything I've linked in the description below. Consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it, and have a good day.